Hello class, I hope everyone is having a great day. Today I thought we could go over memorizing the periodic table. I've realized that some of us, or a lot of us, could really just use some more work with memorizing the periodic table, and I think it is important just to be able to know exactly what element is where, the name, the symbol, the number, just as it's important to have our multiplication uh, tables memorized, like 2 times 3. I think it's important to memorize our periodic table just because it really helps us quickly use it in different problems that we'll be doing. So we're going to go over a couple different ways on how to memorize it, and then I'll want you guys to spend the rest of the day practicing and trying. You're on your own. So some questions though I had, that is, why is it important to memorize the periodic table? Which I kind of touched on. I think it makes any problem that we do relating to elements, relating to the periodic table, a lot easier, just by having this knowledge in our brain, rather than having to always go and have to look and spend time trying to find elements on the periodic table. I think this is a much easier way to do it, especially because we use it so much when it comes to chemistry. And then, what are some different tools to memorize things? I thought this would be an interesting one. If you guys have any good ways that you have memorized things before, please let me know. Some of the things that I have done, for me, is just flashcards. I've done just writing the periodic table out by hand, saying number 1 is hydrogen, abbreviation is H. Number 2, and over, just writing it a lot of times. Some people I know like to make a song, and because they're singing a song, they can remember the words, and that can help them memorize things. Or there's another way that we'll talk about today, which puts pictures to ideas, which is a really interesting one. But those are my questions. Some of the objectives: I want us to be able to memorize the first order, memorize the order of the first part of the periodic table, so about 1 through 30, and be able to know what each of our elements are used for. So I think a really important part to helping us memorize is knowing what they're used for. Otherwise, it's just a random word. But if I can think, okay, for example, oxygen is really important when we breathe. We have oxygen masks when we need more oxygen. So it's really important for that. We can know that that element is important for breathing, and it can help us remember the element's name and what it's for better. So I'll show you a couple different activities that we'll be doing. I really want you guys to watch this video. This is a really interesting way on how to memorize things. This guy has memorized every element on the periodic table and its number by doing what's called I think it's like a house or a maze, where he will take objects in his house and label them by numbers. So for example, he would look in his bedroom and say, all right, my bed is going to be number 1, my desk is going to be number 2, my window is going to be number 3, my closet's number 4, and then maybe my poster is number 5. And so then as you can picture yourself in your room, you can say, okay, hydrogen's going to be number 1 on our table. So hydrogen, oh, I see a H on my bed now because the symbol for hydrogen is H. Okay, helium's number 2. The second thing I'm going to look at is my desk. Helium, I see an HE on my desk because of helium. So it's a really interesting way and a really good video. We won't watch it together, but I'll let you guys watch it on your own. Another video I found is a song. Some people learn a lot better through music, and so if that is you, here's a really interesting song. I will likely be using this a couple times just to help us all practice together. So I encourage you guys to watch that. But I wanted us to kind of go through and practice just the order, or this is one way that I like to do it. So, for example, number 1, when I think of number 1, it's hydrogen, its symbol is H, so hydrogen. And so I find to actually write these down to help me. So then number 2 is helium. We're on the right side of the table now, is He, helium. Then we have lithium, Li, beryllium, Be, boron is just B at number 5, number 6 is carbon, C, number 7 is nitrogen, N, number 8 is oxygen, O, number 9 is fluorine, F, number 10 is neon, Ne, number 11 is sodium, Na, number 12 is magnesium, Mg. Number 13 is aluminum, Al. Number 14 is silicon, Si. Number 15 is phosphorus, P. Number 16 is sulfur, S. Number 17 is chlorine, Cl. Number 18 is argon. And then we're going back down to row 3. Row 3 starts with potassium, K, and then goes to calcium, Ca. Then we get into scandium, Sc, titanium, Ti, vanadium, V, chromium, Cr. Then we can get to manganese, Mn, then iron, Fe, then cobalt, Co, nickel, Ni, copper, Cu, and zinc, Zn. So sometimes just going through and saying them out loud helps, and then I even have a blank periodic table. For me, it helps to see the periodic table to know, okay, I have to put calcium right here. Oh, my zinc's going to be over here. So that's another way to be a more visual learner, to help us with that. And I've posted this in our classroom. I just wanted to show you guys what our classroom things look like. So here's this blank table. Here's the 2 videos I want you to watch. But the flashcards I think help a lot. So I've given you guys these flashcards, and what I want you to do, if this will load. Okay, give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. We had the power go out for a quick minute, so I couldn't load this next page, but this is also the part of what I want you guys to do this week, is to either cut these out, print them, cut them out, or make your own that look similar. The idea is that you can make a card, so you'll have hydrogen, and then I want you to glue to the back this explanation. So hydrogen, its abbreviation is H, its number is 1, and then it's an explosive gas. It's the lightest element, 90% of atoms in the universe, sun, stars, water, it makes up 90% of the atoms in the universe. So the idea is you'll have a set of flashcards to study. So then when you just look at hydrogen, you can see, oh, it's used in the sun and the stars. It's important for people, and this is like the atmosphere, this little cloud. There's other ones where it's a metallic metal, where it's a shiny metal. That's what this little box looks like for lithium. Lithium is really used a lot in batteries, so it gives you the full name, abbreviation, and number for each element. Beryllium is made for emeralds, which is for jewelry. Boron's really strong. It's a darker metal. Dark metal. So it's used for sports equipment. Same with carbon. Carbon's also important for people, so that's where that's little symbols. So I want you to cut these out and match each one of them. Again, if you don't have a printer, you can easily make your own flashcards just with any pieces of paper and some crayons, pencils, anything to draw. If, for example, you don't want to use that sulfur, or for example, phosphorus is good for your bones, if you can find a different example for what phosphorus is used for, please do. And I have the first 27 on here, so not quite 30. I stopped at 27 at cobalt. So that's what I want you guys to do also for this week's work. But as always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Please be practicing your periodic table so that we can get it memorized, so that we can always have it with us. So we don't need to always have to look at the periodic table, that it can just be in our memories. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.